appreciate it. I love every one of you guys. This has been a pleasure. This has been a great summer. Alright, so to be quietly honest, to be pretty honest, I was nervous about coming to Lake Ann. My first day, I walked on campus, I got major high school vibes. I was like, oh no, and I hated high school. So I was like, this might be rough summer. That end of the day, I was like, dude, this would be awesome. I wish this was my high school. It'd be baller. Like when Ken said that this is the place to see like Christians have fun, that is truly like that's the reality. The place I came from, Bob Jones, not quite the same reality. It's not like whoa, let me go to Bob Jones and have a blast. It's let me go to Bob Jones and go into Bible boot camp. Woo! So yeah, so this summer's been an absolute blast. Some people ask me, why do you stand up? Because of my stuttering? Well, I mean, people were already laughing at me. Why do they get all the fun? I was like, you know what? I want to have some fun too. But frankly, me being a stand-up comedian is kind of like a carpenter that makes his stuff out of cardboard. There ain't no way he's charging market prices. Trust me, I'm not. At this stage, the market's price is zero. It's free. Yeah, so for y'all who don't know, when I'm not at Lake Ann, I live with my mom in her mom's basement, so you know, being a loser runs in the family. But don't worry, I don't mind being a loser for the Lord. Quite frankly, basement life suits me very well. I mean, just look at me. Yeah, so, and honestly, I kind of feel like I've shot myself in the foot with this whole, like, comedy gig, because even if I am able to charge, like, $1 per show, people can just write it off as charity on their taxes. So I'm like, well, getting rid. And for all the college folk in here, which is a lot of, this time can count towards your community service hours. Thinking of others. Woo! What? Absolutely. Yeah. So as you can tell, I was a surprise baby to my parents. You know, poor planning, poor results. When my dad realized that this was sticking around, he was like, oh crap, how can I make the best of this situation? So he shaved my head and said, well, at least I'll get free Disney out of this. So that was the best day of my life. I got this super fast pass that day. I met Mickey Mouse. Donald Duck's a real jerk. Yeah, like, I ran that park for a day. Yeah, so people love to ask, like, how my romance life is going. Does, like, the stutter help with the females? I'm like, well, let's see. I'm a human buffering screen, so what do you think? I mean, to my knowledge, I have never seen anyone get excited when the little thing starts spinning. Yes, it's buffering! Woohoo! Buffering! Let's go! Team Buffer! But if you do see one, point pointed in my direction. Hey, I think I know who you like. As you can tell, I was built for football. Well, I mean, fantasy football, that is. And I've officially retired from physical activity pending starting tonight. I'm good. People are like, you need to exercise more. Well, there's a good reason why I shouldn't. And it's on my ego tonight.
Gosh, you organized such a terrible tournament.
Oh, I know, dude. Oh. That's how I'm gonna get fat people playing basketball. Yeah, so honestly, I love playing fantasy football. It's a blast, but every year I get to the point with my fantasy football team that tons of people across the country are get with their marriages. They just wanted to be over. But you know what? I'm still gonna do it next year. Yeah, so people love asking my mother if she like smoked weed or sipped on the bottle when she was pregnant with me. Is that why we have some concussive issues? I was why is that? And she was like, well, I don't think so. You go around asking Stevie Wonder's mom if she stared at the sun too long. Is that what I was trying? I don't think so. You know, people ask stupid questions. Let them ask, it just gives me material. Yeah, so, let's see. Ooh, this is a good one. So I love it when people say, oh, Gloria, you're kind of forgetful. Oh, you don't say, Sherlock. What gave it away? The fact that I missed your birthday, or the fact that I left half my vocal cords in the womb? So my dad is a very recurring topic in my life. My hobby. He loved collecting rainwater, conserving resources, not because he loved the planet. He just hated the government and paying bills more. He was like, well, I'm not going to pay for water when it comes out of the sky for free. I don't know, just like go to the store and don't grow your own food, but hey, no one asked me. My dad also would not let me talk in a grocery store because he said he didn't want his coupons to expire that day. He was like, just do sign language if it's an emergency. I was like, oh, do you know sign language? He's like, no, so you're screwed either way. Great, thanks, Dad. Yeah, so you know what? So as I get older, I can feel the dad jokes just creeping in on all sides, just like squeezing in on me. And it's quite the hazard because they can really screw up my career for doing that bad joke, bad dad joke. But I can feel them squeezing on all sides. So. One day my grandpa was like, hey, Lord, which one is the pound button on my thumb? I was like, well, let's see, Grandpa. It's the one that weighs roughly 16 ounces more than the rest of them. He looked at me and said, why do I hang around you? I said, well, I'm not, you can't help it. I hang around you too long. Honestly, when my grandpa told me the biggest dad joke ever, I about like, when we were playing spaghetti out of it so bad, he was like, Rory, why do robins fly during the winter to Florida? I was like, I don't know, you gay tummy. Because they can't walk. I was like, pie to the face, my guy, come on. Honestly, it's really fun taking care of grandparents because you can be a lot more like sarcastic and use your imagination with them. Because I mean, their grasp on reality is starting to fade, so making that fun with them. So, like, whenever like my grandpa like misbehaves, and trust me, he does. I'd be like, Grandpa, you better behave, or we're gonna call that hospital and they're gonna refill that heart valve they gave you. He looked at me. He was like, wait a second. They can do that. I said, I don't know, but I kind of want to find out. But honestly, he makes me super nervous whenever I take him to like the hospital or the VA, because especially in today's climate, the dude's hand like wanders like a claw machine. I'm just like, dude, don't grab the nurse, please, Lord, don't grab the nurse. He's like, Grandpa, if you grab the nurse, we're all gonna get kicked out. So I have my devotions every time we go to the hospital. I'm like, please, Lord, please help your grandpa behave. Yeah, so, okay, so you know how there's the words in the Bible that are read be like direct words from God. I was like, wait a second, okay. So, I would honestly hate to be the guy that would have to like write this stuff down, because it's like, because could you imagine like, God, I was daydreaming and I missed what you said. Could you repeat yourself? Like, I would hate to be that dude. That's your job. Woo! Well, I said, blessed be are those that listen. So, that's not you. Like I said, I'd hate to be that guy. So, you know, whenever we're at the airport, it's always a weird situation, because, you know, I get nervous and I stutter. They're like, whoa, why are you stuttering? You're nervous? Like, you got a bomb or something? I was like, well, first of all, no. Stutter, that's just a condition. I mean, I am nervous, but not because of that. But, even if I did have a phone, it would take me all day to tell you how to defuse it, so it'd be kind of pointless. I'm not saying I do, though, just a hypothetical. Yeah, so there's some jobs that stutters should not have, like a computer programmer. Can you imagine Siri? Siri, where's the closest Waffle House? The closest Waffle House is 3 point. I'm right here. Thanks a lot. Unbelievable. And you thought Microsoft phones were bad. Just wait till I set up a phone for you. Yeah, so in the fourth grade, I had this female friend that we were like super like close with, that you can feed when you're like 4 or 5. So one day she just says, you know, one day we're gonna get married, and then she gave me a little peck on the cheek. In that moment, I got more action than I did for the next 15 years. Yeah, so honestly, Lake Game has been a great experience. When Mr. Big Brain Luke Riddle said, let's have a basketball tournament, I was like, cool. Little friendly b-ball with the boys, what could go wrong? I didn't realize that the testosterone monsters were coming out, and then they freaking whooped my butt. I mean, woo! I was like, I should have brought my life alert to this game.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, like, I knew I was in trouble when I walked into the gym, and there's people with headphones, jamming out, dribbling, not a smile on their face. I was like, yikes, this is like the NBA trials or something. I did not go to the memo. I did not show up for this. Did not come to play for this. Yeah, so it was funny at the end of staff week. Elliot gave us all be respectful when dating, don't be a player. I was like, ha! Elliot, the only thing I played in my entire life is my Xbox. And I feel like that even like trolls me. It's like, when I get a kill, potato. I was like, all right, Xbox, take it easy. So yeah, so he was like, don't be a player. I'm watching all, and I was like, have you seen the competition we got going on around this campus? There's more testosterone on this campus than Michael Phelps would drown. Dude, we got silverback gorillas running around, pounding on their chest. We got Chris walking around every day of the week, looking like an Abercrombie and Fitch model. How on earth am I supposed to compete with this? In the summer sun, I look like a melting 3-layer vanilla cake. I mean, there's all these 20-year-olds running around in the peak of their prime. And you got me sliding down the backside of my prime, 50 pounds heavier, because you know what? I love seconds. So, I was super nervous to start doing all the programs, but on my first Restart trip, I was on one of the 15 Jake graphs that is around here. There's like 10,000 Jakes. So, for some reason, his cabin started calling me like Mr. President, Mr. Biden. I was like, okay, wait a second. If anything about me reminds you of Joe Biden, I need to do some serious soul searching. Because we cannot be having that. So I would like play along, answer the questions in some of like a presidential tone, and I got like stuck in this I was stuttering hard. They're like, holy crap, he really is the president. I was like, that's pretty funny. Yeah, so the media team is the weirdest collection of personalities that one could ever put under a roof. I still love them all, but we were going out to eat with Jeff's family. Freaking ballers, they're amazing. So it was me, cameraman Sam, Jeff, Cassandra, and Jeff's parents. And Sam was saying how like he doesn't have a girlfriend, and Jeff's dad was like, Brad, Jeff's dad was like, you know what, Sam, it's okay, buddy. I had nothing until I met your mom. You'll be okay. I mean, until I met Jeff's mom, not your mom. Until I met Jeff's mom, I had nothing, but then I found her, boom, it's good. And then Sam was like, oh, thanks, Brad, and feel free to keep an eye out for any prospects they might see. Instantaneously, I was like, wait a second. And I leaned over to Sam. I was like, did you just ask Jeff's legally blind dad to keep an eye out? To keep an eye out for your next girlfriend. Sam was like, yeah? I was like, okay, dude, probably not the best thing to say, but hey, go for it. I told Brad that the next day, the dude died laughing. He was like, well, probably not the best idea, because if Sam left it up to me, he might end up with a dude or something. You never know. Also, you have a better chance of going on a date with Sasquatch than seeing Cassandra smile outside the media office. Yeah! Sometimes there's a lot going on and there's a random mind and a random thoughts will just hit me throughout the day. And one of these thoughts was like, wait a second. There's no way that the disciples were naturally single. Because, I mean, if you think about it, God is the ultimate wingman. I mean, he turned water into wine for some strangers. You're telling me he's not going to do his disciples a couple solids here and now, just a couple throughout the Bible times. No, you're telling me. He's like, all right, disciples, have a night on me. He hands them a Bible Visa, whatever they used back then. But hey, don't have too good of a time, or I will turn you into a pillar of salt faster than you can say 2 loaves and 3 fishes. Alright, boys and girls, I thought I knew what rough toilet paper felt like until I came to Legan. I have discovered a new species of toilet paper that is half applied. Not even a full ply of my peeps. So I was in one of the fancy bathrooms in the laundry building. Yep. Making a deposit, and it was time for a cleaning time. I reached to get some TP, the .521 ply, and it was out. It was no toilet paper. I was like, wait a second. I honestly did not know what to do because in my 24 years of making deposits, I have never ran out of toilet paper. Not in my house.
What?
Away from home, never happened.
Oh.
So I was like, so I stuffed tons of paper towels in my pants. I had to pull them up, then I had to do a little waddle. Out the door and wait in line at the next bathroom. I was like, please, no one wait next to me. Or I'm gonna say, unclean, stay away. So I realized, even though this is a great environment, it's nothing like my homeland. I was in the high adventure room, and I was like, oh, so this is where all the guns are at. And Carla was like, you mean markers? I was like, my bad, I've entered the blue part of the campus. My apologies. Because where I'm from, it'd be like, yeah, these are guns, you got that right. If the parents don't like it, they can go up north. Alright guys, this has been a lot of fun.